foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Big pesto, if you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, that make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put the numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God. Big numbers. Put it in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, pass the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she wanted like me cause her like she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him. Ay, we need more, tell him we need.
Well, Coach, while much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff, no such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check pass, check pass.
Here's Fitzpatrick. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And even 20 yards and a first down on the game's very first play. The catches like that, that's what the Dolphins envisioned when they took Gesicki high in the 2nd round a season ago. He did have 22 catches as a rookie, but did not find the end zone. Certainly feels more comfortable wearing number 88, his old college number, after sporting 86 as a rookie.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Fitzpatrick under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
And tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. Third and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here.
Yeah, baby. That's our ball. Our ball.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 4. Switch. Pilot, 64, weak.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Andy Dalton. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mixon with a first down carry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton finding Green complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Joe Mixon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Passing, it's Dalton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, partner, let me make a quick pivot here. Season winding down. They're number 32 in offense this year. The last in the league. Where do they go?
Anywhere and everywhere. But they have to do it with a plan. And I think about Atlanta a bunch of years ago. They decided they wanted to get what they thought was going to be a franchise quarterback. And, indeed, he is, Matt Ryan. But they had to supplement it. They went free agency. Got a running back, came back and traded back into the first round in the same draft to get a left tackle to protect him. Really supplemented that pick, complemented that pick, and went to the playoffs the very next year.
Well, maybe they can use that and carbon copy it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Fitzpatrick. And that will be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now here's Ross. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Dalton. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
It's a gain of 12.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Check it out, please. Check 13.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Minkah Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama.
At the 31-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Dalton. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the 1st quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Here's Dalton. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ross. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, his 5th touchdown now on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. Watch tight end. Everyone got 4.
On first and 10, Fitzpatrick. It's complete to Drake. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That's the end of the first quarter.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Let's go.
To the air again, Fitzpatrick. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a draw play with Drake. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Where's 50? 20! 52! 52's the mic. Stay with your man. 35. Check 49.
Fitzpatrick to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Here we go.
So 2 missed field goals for him now, and that's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 60 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Miami defense trying to keep them out. They haven't let them in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? And now a first chance for the backup here to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively. Nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on third down. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup.
And the Dolphins.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
1 yard brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9. Fitzpatrick got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 43.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his...
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Carlos Dunlap able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll run with Drake. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Fitzpatrick now from the 50. And that is incomplete. Here's Matt Hawk now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Hands up, lady! March 43. Here we go, G. Get off the field. 43 is the mark. Let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Christian Wilkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So on 4th down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Dolphin football. The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to try.
Now Drake loses the football. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fitzpatrick, wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. And he hits Drake. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Preston Brown, there to knock that one away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. 3rd and short yardage, Fitzpatrick. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Andy Dalton now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. And Dalton to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Dalton here from the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 30, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick-6 really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. This is taken at the 3. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Again, it's Mixon. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check, 43. Pick it up, guys.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Dalton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Check, nickel. Check.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Giovanni Bernard. His 5th touchdown now on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
24-yard line.
180! 950, 950! Watch the screen, watch the screen! Watch the screen!
Looking to throw on second down. Fitzpatrick. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And he finds Stills, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38.
On the give, this is Drake. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 37-yard line.
180! Mike 50! Watch the run!
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On third down, Fitzpatrick looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
To throw here, Dalton. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Now it's Hill. And Eifert has it. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to dock my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Andy Dalton points the target, and he has it over the middle. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they... And down he goes! Fitzpatrick sacked. Geno Atkins. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a handoff for Drake. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Give them 11 yards that time on the return, and the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Back to the NFL scoreboard for a second, 3rd quarter in Indy. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. On 1st down, Mixon, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Dalton now to pass. Being chased out left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Guys up, lady. Watch 43. Watch the backer, watch the backer.
Here's Dalton. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Mixon. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Bryant's extra point up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Fitzpatrick. They're able to locate Wilson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 33. They run it with Balaj. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd and 9. Fitzpatrick on the left side. This is Stills. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Wait, 80! I'm coming after you! I'm coming after you! Yo, kill!
From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. And he's got it. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenny Stills, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a 1-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. Dalton gives to Bernard. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Third down.
Hands up! We need keys! Check tight! Check tight! Check nine! Check nine!
They'll run again with Bernard. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
This one away by the punter, Dar. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. They're in the 4th quarter in Denver. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Fitzpatrick. Out to the right here to Wilson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Here's Fitzpatrick. And Stills over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 33 yards that time. Now, defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Geno Atkins. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Fitzpatrick on 4th down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The sack by Jordan Willis. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, Bernard. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Tackle that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Break. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. 52. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Now.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Bengals, the win is number 9 for them on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, well, this loss means they'll have one more shot to avoid the dreaded 0-16. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad beat pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see what best though. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican tell me pesos. Sauce, I'll replace those. No name, no name, no. Anymore. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counting, that's a big number. Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, that's a pig scam, and he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just